Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is going to be devoted to looking at the karma of Justice Stephen Breyer. So I'm working my way through all the justices. I just have a couple more after this one, but if you're interested in seeing all the other the ones that I've completed. They're in my library. Okay, so I'm going to drop the camera down and we'll look at Stephen Breyer's karma. Okay. Okay, so for Stephen G. Breyer, Justice Stephen Breyer. So what is, let's see what the forces in motion currently are in his life and his challenges. The karma that he brought in to heal in this lifetime. Two cards here for what he's done to become, to be placed or appointed on the Supreme Court. And I believe he was appointed by Bill Clinton. If he has any, well, just let's see what kind of karma is hanging over him. Positive or negative or neutral. Very good. Okay. Awesome. Okay, and then let's do two cards here for his professional future. And two cards for his personal future. Okay. So he's 82, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but he's elderly. It looks like he's fought quite a little bit for women's reproductive rights, and he seems to be against the death penalty, or he wants it to be reassessed as to whether or not it has any constitutionality, right? I mean, I'm with what's his name, Neil Donald Walsh. I listened to one of his YouTube videos, and someone was interviewing him, asking questions, and I remember reading his book back in the 90s. I loved his books. I think they were called Conversations with God, and he said when it comes to the death penalty, he didn't understand how anybody was supposed to learn not to kill others if they're going to kill you for it. It's kind of like trying to teach your child not to hit another child, but you spank them for it, right? I mean, it's like, what's the kid supposed to learn? So, okay, that's all in frame. So with the forces in motion, well, with the Queen of Cups, what's going on in his life at this time? I think he's feeling a little insecure. I think he's just feeling more sensitive, which usually happens the older we get. We become more and more sensitive. If we live past a certain age, and he certainly has. So yeah, that's what I'm getting there. I'm not seeing anything more than that. And then his challenge with the sun reversed, I think maybe on a health level, I think he may be having trouble. Because the sun is all about our vitality. So maybe he's tired. I mean, well, let's see what else. If it's not. Yeah, I think it could be on a health level, or he could be going through a little bit of depression. Sometimes it's just, but the life force isn't shining freely is the deal. Maybe he's having a hard time being on the bench with Beer Kavanaugh. I like beer. Do you like beer? And Amy Colty Barrett. Goodness. Yeah, so anyway, if you guys haven't seen the other readings, this is, I'm working my way down. I've done all the justices besides, well, this is the 7th, I forget. And then I just have Elena Kagan and Sonia Sotomayor. So they're in there, and they're in a playlist, I think. Oh no, I haven't made the playlist yet. I need to. I will try and remember to do that today. So anyway, I really feel like he's more sensitive, and I feel like his vitality is low. I don't really feel like he's depressed, even though that's one of the meanings. You know, other meanings with the sun reverse can have to do with being like, you know, just not much action going on and kind of negative and pessimistic, or having some kind of a failure. I don't feel like that's the case with him. I feel like he's tired. I feel like he's, you know, he's worked hard, and he's you know, and he's more sensitive, and I think he's maybe wanting time off. He may be thinking about retiring, but then maybe wants to hang in there and hold the position, because then again, if any of these justices are going to retire, do it now. You know, do it while we have, you know, a Democratic president in charge. But then again, you know, the Senate could hold things up. So, feels like he's trying to weigh all that. Because with this hanging over him now, he's definitely trying to weigh what would be the best thing to do. With the Justice card, it's all about fairness and equality, and this would be his position bearing down on him. And I think he's trying to not be foolish, to not be risky. Yeah. So with the karma that he brought in to heal this lifetime, I think he came in needing to learn that we have more options than he realized. You know, because the Seven of Cups reversed brings in feeling a little like you just don't have as many opportunities as you would like, believing in a lack of opportunities, lack of choices, and maybe even missed opportunities. But with this Five of Wands reversed as well, there's also wanting to create some type of solutions to what seem to be, you know, maybe insurmountable situations. When the Five of Wands comes through reverse, the fight isn't, he's bringing the battle inward rather than expressing it out in the world. And he's not battling with others, he's battling with his own limitations, I believe. This could be more related to relationships too. Now, on another level, you know, this does bring in harmony and teamwork. So this is actually, if you're going to have the Five of Wands reversed, it's, or Five of Wands, I think it's probably better to have it reversed. And what he's done to become SCOTUS, you know, to get on the bench, well, there's been some kind of heartbreak. There's been some kind of maybe even betraying himself. At the very most, it would be betrayal. At the very least, it would be like unhappiness and loss, and it might have been, you know what, I just tuned into, I think it might have been heartbreaking, a little heartbreaking for him to leave what he was doing. I think he liked what he was doing. And it's like he put his own wantings, you know, his own like passion and what he was going for aside. Because I think he was afraid to miss the opportunity here, you know, because if you come in with this belief system of like, oh, there aren't, you know, if you don't believe in the limitlessness of the universe, you tend to make decisions based in fear. So he came in with that karma already. And so here I think he was trying to like mitigate, you know, any missing any opportunities. So that's interesting how these kind of all work together. But yeah, because I think he was in, let's see, Nixon, I'm sorry, what am I saying? Nixon, well, wait. He did work on the, I remember reading up on him a little while back, he did work on the Watergate prosecution with Nixon. So anyway, but it was Clinton that appointed him. So I think it was in 94, because I remember Clinton got in 92. I think it was 94. He could have gotten in sooner, but RBG, she got in before him. So, you know, he's been on the bench a long time. And he's been, you know, in law pretty much all his life, I think. So, okay, so this looks all pretty clear. Covered that. So, his professional future with the Five of Pentacles, well, goodness, there's like struggle and rejection of some type, or maybe some type of financial loss even. And he's kind of just like plodding through it. So he may be wanting to retire, whether he does or not. I think I might have to use the Kipper to find out about that. But, you know, we've got two Pentacles here, and Pentacles is all about, you know, the physical body. We've got the life force here kind of upside down, and the sensitivity, but not wanting to be foolish, wanting to be careful. I think he's worried about being, he's hesitating. Because he doesn't, I don't think he wants to be reckless, you know. He's thinking about the greater good of the whole. So we can hand that to him. But yeah. But professionally, this just feels like, you know, maybe because he's so sensitive, maybe he's not feeling physically up to the task. There's some challenge. But still, I feel like he is going to keep plodding along. So if I don't see anything with the Kipper to indicate retirement, this would be why. This would be hanging in there, you know, being very, very like persistent and loyal, working hard. Now, personally, his personal future, the moon reversed, I feel like he's letting go of anxiety. He's trying to get really clear. He's trying to chill out. You know, he's trying to overcome, you know, any unconscious fears. And with the Chariot reversed, I mean, these are two major arcanas here. And of course he has these 2, 3 here. So he has 5. You know, these are major gateways, but reversed here, except for this one. These 2 are reversed. So, but this is good to get, actually, because that has to do with reducing, as you know, kind of chilling out a little bit, and like you're not so afraid of anything anymore. And with the Chariot reversed, I think this has him slowing down, but he might feel like he doesn't know what he'll do now after working all these years, but, you know, This would have to do with retiring and just kind of like giving up, because it's not moving forward. You're not moving forward with this card. You're giving up. So I think I'm going to have to use a Kipper. So let me drop the camera down. Be right back. Okay, so let's see. So I think I'll just dive into just his future. Okay. So right off the bat here with this pathway card, this is about taking a long time. So I don't think anything's going to happen quickly, but I do see the health card here as well. Okay, so our theme here is I think he's feeling kind of trapped. Or he's waiting. It could be that he's waiting for some cases to come down that he's, because I think they know like months ahead, or at least weeks ahead, if not, 90 days ahead. They at least know 60 days ahead of, or maybe even more. They could, cases can take forever to come to, up on the docket. So there may be something that he's wanting to make sure he's available for, that he doesn't want to risk anything, and retire too early. But I do feel like, this, we can always read in layers here, and I think one layer of this is that he is feeling trapped in his position. This is challenging for him. But he is waiting. With his expectation card here, he is being patient and he is waiting and he is hoping to hang in there, I think. Let's see, at Knight's over here to the Lover's card. So this has to do with making a decision from the heart. And of course, it would affect his marriage if he were to retire early. I don't know how, I know they're lifetime appointments, but I don't know what happens when they do retire. Do they forfeit anything or not, But goodness, at 82, anybody is, hopefully we can retire by then, right? Then again, on another level, if I read this on a different level, and this isn't his marriage, this would be, his partnership with the court. Like his heart's in it, or it was in it, but now it's not anymore. And he is feeling trapped. Because, this is the partnership card. And it can also be, his bond with other people on the court. So, but anyway, up here, and reading these two as as the bookends, like I said, this card has to do with something that takes a long time. And again, it's another card of like patiently. These two cards are both about patience. This card can be something that takes a couple of years. But I think he's persistent in his position. And he's like planning long term. But there's this ending here because of a health issue. So I don't know if he's ill already or if he's just feeling tired, because it might just be that you're exhausted. This doesn't have to mean that you're having a really hard time. Sometimes it's just downtime. Sometimes the card just means downtime. You know, and the need for rest could be like a short illness. Or it could be, you know, some, you know, pain, like pain in your body. This is also the retirement card. So he's definitely patiently looking to retire. If it's not illness, it could be both. It could be retiring because of illness. And he's feeling kind of trapped. Now this card is confusing to me. Why would poverty come in? Because this is a card of not making ends meet, of working and not making ends meet. They're highly paid, so I don't know why this card is even here. Unless this is, you know, I'm human and I can draw the wrong cards. Because these two cards completely conflict with each other. Oh, I get it. Hold on, because this card knights over to this card. He's feeling there's a poverty on the you know, on the bench, because we have Amy Coney Barrett in there. We still have I don't know about Alito. We still have Kavanaugh in there. You know, he may be having trouble with, you know, losing Ruth Bader Ginsburg as well. Let's see, and then this good fortune, or great fortune, it's usually good fortune, but that's okay. This has to do like with his, you know, his success. And it could be his success at locking up bad people. This is a good opportunity card, of course. You know, it's contentment. It's usually about inner growth and self-awareness. So that tells me that he's becoming aware of the need to, you know, this is why I always look at this last card here as like the answer card. And so in this layout here, I'm thinking that, because all the cards influence each other by which one's closest, I'm thinking that he's thinking of retiring, and he's very content about that. But he is kind of patiently waiting, because his heart's still in it. But there's this ending coming, and it does knight over here to the retirement card. And it could be, like I said, it could be a health issue. So whether or not his heart's in it, something will end that. Even though he wants to do it, it will end that position. So you guys, I don't know how well. Actually, I do. I didn't get. So let me show you some timing cards. Well, I don't need to pull out all of them, but this one is kind of a long time. This would be work. Let's see. Here we go. This one brings in the timing of like right now. It brings in, you know, something within, you know, 1 day to 1 month. So I didn't get that. Didn't get this, you know, journey or change happening quickly, anything like that. Didn't get that he's feeling like he's, you know, laboring under the process. Looks to me, and I didn't get any like it's official, you know, there's retirement happening, but it looks to me, based on all these other cards, looks to me like he's going to take a couple of years to figure it out. think he's going to wait and see how things go. Maybe he's waiting for something to happen within the GOP Senate so that it's more safe for him to leave. Like if he knows that there's somebody more fair and balanced that could be appointed, then maybe he'll feel like, okay, now I can go. But I think he's hanging in there too. Because remember, we had the Justice card up here as far as his what the karma that's hanging over him, the Justice and the Fool reversed. So that's again that's showing that he's going to hang in there because he doesn't want to do anything rash or stupid that would cause a problem. But he's hanging in there, and he's either not feeling good or he just doesn't want to do the work anymore. And I can't blame him. I cannot blame him at all. So, okay, well, that's all I have here for Justice Stephen G. Breyer. Okay, thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.